Hey folks, this is Durag Wisdom here, and today we're going to talk about racism and the Trump birther bastard cabinet, and my wish that black power would come back again. I mean, I want black power. I want black power that's big. The greatest black power since the 1960s. I want to see afros. I want to see African colors. I want to see fists in the air. You know, like I want the Black Panthers back. I want the black Muslims back. I want SNCC. I want the NAACP. I want all black Americans and black people and people of color. That includes, you know, people who are red, people who are yellow, people who are brown. Okay, I hope I didn't leave anybody out. Oh, olive-skinned. To rise up against the minority white race on this planet and to put them finally in their place. Because they're not as superior as they think they are. And I'm not racist against white people. Look at my skin. But a lot of them don't even consider me, a Jew, to be white. And that's okay. Honestly, I wish that we hadn't been exiled all the way into Europe and we mixed with the Europeans. I wish that the Jewish people had remained of color like they were originally with Moses and Abraham and Yitzhak and Yaakov and, of course, you know, okay? This nation needs a loud scream of protest from everyone, and especially loudly from the African American community, because the birther bastard murderer Trump wants to put in racist, fascist capitalists in his cabinet that are going to hurt all of us, but especially now with Jeff Beauregard, KKK racist Sessions. He wants to put a racist in this Justice Department so that he can continue to make America white again. Wow. He's a racist. I'll never forget the elbow in the black man's face at one of the birther bastards rally where he said, I'll pay for it if you assault somebody. Black man gets an elbow in his face from a white cracker motherfucker. I remember there was another protest where I saw this black woman being shoved by another white racist asshole. Why should I, at the age of 66, have to see this shit again? Because that bastard wants to send us back to the 50s and the 40s. Well, the 50s, because in the 30s, they didn't have the nuclear power. Didn't have the nuclear weapons, that little piece of shit Trump bastard and his bitch McDumbbell. Oh, bitch McDumbbell. Okay. Here's the latest. Last night, Elizabeth Warren had the floor, and she was talking about this, Jeff Sessions, Beauregard Sessions, who the birther bastard murderer administration wants to make attorney general so that he could fuck up black people again. Beauregard Sessions, white cracker Southerner, and I don't mean all Southerners, but this particular one, has spent his life getting orgasms over every time he tried to interfere with black people's rights and their right to vote. I believe it's up to Jeff Beauregard, white racist cracker Sessions, we'd have more Emmett Till murders. We'd have more massacres like Rosewood. Or like Greenwood in Tulsa, Mississippi, where 500 men, women, and children, all black people, murdered at the behest of the racist police administration in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And this was back in the 1920s. I'm sure there are people still alive. They should make a movie about that. So Elizabeth Warren is talking about Sessions and how, he's being picked to be the Justice Department, and she begins reading from something from Edward Kennedy, and then she reads something from Coretta Scott King, the widow of Dr. Martin Luther King, when she wrote a letter to at the time, this racist prick Sessions was going to be a judge, and Coretta Scott King wrote a scathing letter about his lack of qualifications for being a federal judge. And it was this letter that Elizabeth Warren was reading until she was interrupted by that cracker, right-wing, white racist, piece of shit, bitch McDumbbell, who, by the way, swore that he wanted to make Obama a one-term president. This racist piece of shit. He said there's a rule, Rule 18, 19, I don't remember the rule, that she cannot impugn the reputation of another senator. Because, the letter is ranking out Jeff Sessions. But he's not. He may still be a senator, but he's running to be Attorney General. So Elizabeth Warren had every right to bring that up. But here's the bottom line. She's reading from Coretta Scott King, and that's in the record. Or, by the way, the Republicans tried to take it out of the record when it was read, by the way, and Elizabeth Warren brought it up again. And she read it until the turd, the racist turd, one of the Republican turds, one of the fascist totalitarian turds, the majority now, bitch McDumbbell, Southern white cracker racist turd, stopped her under this rule. And since this prick is running for Attorney General, she has every right. She has every right to question this piece of shit, this racist piece of shit. Because you got to remember that everyone in the Trump administration that he assigns is Orwellian. It's the opposite of what they're supposed to be serving. Understand that. This Republican Party is trying to undermine our democratic republic by destroying our federal government. And Elizabeth Warren is right to stand up. And the Republican Party censored her, saying she was insulting this KKK Sessions by reading Coretta Scott King's argument against him. It's an insult. This is what this bitch McDumbbell said. Well, African Americans, well, people of color who are in the majority on this planet, what are you gonna do? Please, we've got to all stand up together against this threat to our country. This is the worst threat to our country since the 9/11 attack. We are being co-opted by fascist, capitalist, racists. And by the way, I'm a democratic socialist. I don't believe in totalitarian socialism any more than I believe in totalitarian capitalism. It's horrible what these pricks are doing. They're going to put a racist turd in there as Attorney General. Now I want to say to any African American or person of color watching this video, the racist Trump administration is going to try to instigate you. Sorry about this, folks. I'm just focusing. I have to focus. They're going to try to instigate you. If anybody comes to your communities to stop and frisk, Don't go crazy. If any cop comes to your community, a fascist bastard, and does something, don't protest in your own communities. Come to my community. Come to your neighboring lily white communities. I live in the southern shore of Staten Island. Come and peacefully protest. Nonviolent resistance. Just go into a shopping mall, sit there, thousands of people, and have the cops try to come in and lift everybody up, okay? Like lift them up to put them under arrest. March all through these lily white Trump supporting neighborhoods. March quietly or say things like, we're stopping and visiting. We're stopping and visiting your communities, folks. White people, we're stopping and visiting you. Because we're tired of our communities being invaded by you racist scumbags. And now we're going to stand up against your right-wing fascist cabinet. We are black Americans. And we went through hell in this country, and we will not allow the Trumpists and the fascists and the Jeff KKK Sessions to bring back the lynchings and the murder and the slavery of the old days. Elizabeth Warren should have been allowed to finish, and she will be allowed to finish, because we will not take the racist Trump bastards another moment. And by the way, Elizabeth Warren has been permanently censored from saying anything about Jeff Sessions. Bitch McDumbbell cited some kind of Rule 18. You can't insult. You can't impugn another senator. And Bitch McDumbbell is full of shit, because this senator is running to be Attorney General, and Elizabeth Warren has the right to say anything she wants. And she was quoting Coretta Scott King, and that shit and his Republican GOP racist Trumpist shitheads have censored her according to the so-called rules of the Senate. So she can't say anything more about Jeff Sessions. Can't say a thing. Just because she quoted Coretta Scott King, who Bitch McDumbbell racist turd didn't like. What are we going to do about this, folks?